Oh my God. Thank you so much, Liz, for becoming a member. Way to start the stream, right? Shout out to all the new members. I know we have some new members today from this morning. I know Lana was one of them. Who else? There's a couple ones that became new members. And then shout out to Sinner. Lord have mercy, there goes the hair technical difficulties. Who gifted memberships earlier. I completely forgot to shout Sinner out because I didn't even see it. The chat was moving for fairly quick. So we gotta talk because let me shout everybody out member wise. First, Peekaboo Cash is in the house. Let's see who else. Who else? How are you, Jam? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Bella, how are you, Bella? Bunny, oh my gosh, everybody coming in, make sure you hit that like button. Nana, how you doing, my love? I hope you're doing well. Perfect Fosters, welcome. And then we have Liz, our new member. Sakina, welcome. Tina, welcome, my beautiful member. Chico's in the house as well. Yes, welcome. Darcy, Tasha, everybody's coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you. Linda, welcome. Everybody, come on in. April, it is a crazy story. Um, Beach Bree, welcome. Literally just finished. Oh, well, I'm glad you just finished it. Sarah, welcome. Okay, everybody, come on in here. Trace, welcome. So this little situation here, hey Snapper, is interesting. Okay, let me see if I can show you what had happened. Now, some of you guys, one of the subbies had messaged me about this. We have this story that's very interesting that hit maybe about 10 hours ago. I haven't seen a whole lot of commotion other than CBS News kind of talking about it. Let's go straight to it because I want to know. I guess I want to know what had happened and who are the victims at this point. It seems a bit of a mess, and I don't want to spew misinformation. Allegedly, somebody had leaked out the information of the people that were abducted. Okay. But I don't know if it's accurate. You know, you have to double check that, and I just don't trust some of the stuff. But let me go ahead and hit play.
Some breaking news from Texas, where the FBI says 4 American citizens have been assaulted and kidnapped just over the border in Mexico. These photos are believed to show the kidnapping, which began with a volley of gunfire. Christina Raffini is in Washington with the latest. Christina, good morning.
Good morning, Vlad. The FBI says armed men took the 4 Americans shortly after they crossed the border into Mexico. And this video posted online appears to show some of them may be injured. A warning, some of the images in this report are disturbing.
A post on Twitter Friday appears to
Whoa.
show the moment 4 Americans were kidnapped in Mexico. One woman walking on her own was forced into a white pickup truck. Men armed with long guns and wearing bulletproof vests are then seen dragging one person after another into the vehicle. This happened Friday in Matamoros, Mexico. It's a border town that's only about a 12-minute drive from Brownsville, Texas. The FBI says the 4 Americans entered Mexico driving a white minivan with North Carolina license plates. Shortly after crossing the border, gunmen opened fire on the passengers in the vehicle. All 4 Americans were taken from the scene by the attackers. Their conditions are unknown. Also on Friday, the U.S. Embassy in Mexico posted an alert about media reports of an individual shot during what appears to be the same incident, warning government employees to steer clear. The alert also reminds U.S. citizens that this particular part of Mexico is a level 4 do not travel, the highest level warning in the State Department's travel advisory system. The consulate in Matamoros has posted at least 4 security alerts since February of 2020. Warning of drug cartel violence, crime, kidnappings, and clashes involving criminal armed groups.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for the return of the victims and the arrest of those involved.
Let's stop right there. All right. Let me share the article that was released. Yeah, Chico, they said it was for medicine. I don't know what that means. Okay? I don't know if it means that they went down. Ooh, let me close this out. That they went down there and they got medication or what they did, but typically, I guess I just want to know. But the 4 U.S. citizens have been kidnapped after gunmen opened fire on their vehicles in the northern Mexico border city of Matamoros, the FBI said. The U.S. official confirms on Monday that a Mexican citizen was killed in the incident. The four had entered Matamoros, crossing the Brownville, Texas on Friday, and were traveling in a white minivan with North Carolina license plates. So, are they from North Carolina? Or is it just the van has North Carolina license plates? The FBI San Antonio Division Office said in a statement on Sunday that the vehicle came under fire shortly after it entered Mexico. All four Americans were placed in a vehicle and taken from the scene by armed men. The office said the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for the return of the victims and the arrest of the culprit. Lord, a post on Twitter Friday appears to show the moments they were kidnapped. One woman was walking on her own, was forced into a white pickup truck. Men armed with long guns wearing bulletproof vests are seen dragging one person. We're going to head over to Twitter here real quick because the conditions of the four are unknown. The video posted online appears to show some of them may be injured. We don't have any names. There's some names that have been released, but they might have been released. I just don't know if it's been confirmed. Okay. Let's go to Twitterland real quick and check this out. We're gonna watch the video real quick. Let me see if I can refresh Twitter. Twitter moves quick, yo. Here it is. Whoa. Okay, let me slow that down a little bit, all right? Because the way I see it. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me see. So the individual, they put her in the truck. Look, the guy gets on the truck. He gets on, ooh, and they kind of throw her in there, right? My question, I'm trying to see, yo. Can you guys see that? This is Matamoros, Mexico. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Trace. I heard SC plates. Oh, here's my question is I'm looking, all right, and I see a black woman that's been abducted. Does anybody see that? I don't want to say that that's what it is, but I'm looking and I don't think my eyes deceive me here, okay? I'm slowing it down. This is the full-length clip. Let me get myself a little smaller. Can you guys see that? I don't want to be making this up, okay? Let me get these you do too? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for saying that. I see a black woman that is what looks to be, I don't know if she's handcuffed, but she's walking. That's what I saw. Okay, so this is a black woman. Can you explain what the names mean? I read something and I would like to have it confirmed. What names are you talking about, Meg? Let me know what you mean by the names. Is this it looks like a black American, a black woman, right? You see someone on the ground, looks to be definitely dark skin. I don't want to make this up, but I'm putting this out here because I'm like trying to figure out the US citizen here. All right, let me go ahead. Some of you guys have said that you were reading that this individual went in there for surgery. Yeah, I hear you. Are they alive? It's still, we don't know. That's what it looks like, says Chrissy B. Okay. Oh my God, Rabbit. I went to Mexico for WSLS and I carried 4,000 in cash across the border. Were those bodies in the pictures or just the kidnapping? This is a time at the kidnapping. I believe this happened on Friday. Are the people that went over there for medicine? That's what the sources are saying. Okay, that's what CBS News had put out there. They went up there, but sources believe that this was a case of mistaken identity. So I don't know how that works. All right, I don't know if they say, well, oops, we got the wrong four people. Listen, if it's a kidnapping, it's a kidnapping. I believe they said there was 4 people in a van from North Carolina. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. All right, hold up. I'm getting some news right now. Hold up. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Give me one sec, guys. We're getting some more information. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. I don't know what mistaken identity means. Kiva, I got your message. Thank you, my love. I saw that. Is that I don't think this is a deceased person. They're walking. That would be reported on ABC. Yeah. Sorry, I had another pic on social media. And it looked like bodies. No. Give me 1 second, okay? I just got some more information. 1 sec. Okay. Mistaken identity means the wrong person. Sorry, I was getting some information. She looks handcuffed. All right. So let me go ahead and play this, giving you guys the biggest trigger warning. All right. So everybody's aware. Allegedly, it's been said that they went out there for medication. I'm not sure if they went out there for cosmetic surgeries as well, but let me go ahead and hit play.
Como ocurre verse con la maña aquí, pero no queda con el celular. No, pues no se ve, no estoy mirando.
You see that? They're dragging somebody. Oh, Lord have mercy.
¿En dónde? Mira en la huerta corriendo. Viene la ley. Mira, la huerta esa corriendo. Déjala, que no se meta, se la lleva a la chingada también.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Casi, casi. Mira, hay otro corriendo con armadura.
So, even what they're talking about is a little bit disturbing. They said, I think she's dead or they're dead. Whoever they were dragging, and the guy in the video is saying almost, casi, casi. All right, let me put this, guys. Big trigger warning. Okay, trigger warning. So you guys know that the video's a bit disturbing. All right. Yes, there's a trail. Yes, there is. I saw a report that they were mistaken for Haitian drug smugglers. Sheila, are they Yeah, Katie, but this is Mexico. Let me tell you something. I said the people need to the people need to understand this. You go to a different territory, a different country. One thing I said, and I interviewed an individual that was incarcerated in Mexico. He said, yeah, there is corruption in the system. The thing is that it's very well seen. Is anybody here going to stop this? Nobody. Especially if they're involved in the cartel or if the cartel has any dealings with it. This is not something nobody's going to step in. This is how it is. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and replay this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the situation, okay? Because this is just. So they're dragging one, and then she's walking. The guy in the video says, "Ya se murió aquel," meaning he's already died. Someone has died. You could see. Oh, they throw her in the truck. See, they're dragging another. So they dragged two people. This is in broad daylight. Do you see the cars? See, they even in the thing they're saying, "Stop, let her be, don't get involved." This is how it is. Whoo-wee. I know. I went to Romania when I was younger and heard some crazy stories about stuff like this. This is happening in front of everybody. And the woman in the back, I'm not the only one. If my eyes don't deceive me, she's a Black American. She's in the back of the truck. This is what I'm saying. I don't know what they're doing over there. People are saying that not she, but that they were over there. It could be a case of mistaken identity as it pertains to this. I don't know how. You got 4 people, and I don't know how you mistake identities. They're saying that this is BBL related, cosmetic surgery related, medication related. And yeah, she has braids. She does. They pick the other individual up and they just toss him there. Ooh, this is definitely disturbing. Let me see if I can head over there to Twitterland again, okay? Let's stop right here. Come on. Here we go. This is the raw footage for anybody that wants to go in there on Twitter and check it out. Okay. We have Jennifer Coffindaffer, who is also kind of talking a little bit about it. So right now it's a level 4 do not travel advisory. Let's look at the other news source that I found as well. This is going to be interesting. The fact that they're offering a reward for information, it sounds like, or for them in an arrest.
Joins us now in Dallas. She's a former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Great to have you with us. And I guess there are so many questions we just don't have answers to yet. But
Sheila,
help us understand
that's
this.
what I'm thinking.
The flow of information, it can be challenging considering it's happened across the border. But how does the FBI go about trying to assist authorities in Mexico in getting these Americans back?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Errol and Tony. So they're really going to take a multifaceted approach to this. Really, the FBI has 2 main goals in mind. First, recovery, safe recovery of the hostages, and then ultimately, hopefully, prosecution. But really, the first thing that they're going to do is there's a new center that was set up in 2015. It's the Hostage Recovery Fusion Cell. And that's going to be DOD, State Department, FBI, and any other U.S. government entities that have foreign relationships that will help them in working through this. Secondly, the FBI is going to also deploy their critical incident response group, and that's special hostage negotiators that are very much trained to go in there and deal with this. And also, they're going to be liaising with their legal attaches in Mexico City.
So, Tracy, the U.S. State Department has what they call a level 4 travel advisory for this area. It is a do not go, do not travel advisory. Can you help us understand why this area of Mexico, which is just over the border from Brownsville, is so dangerous for America?
So let me stop right there. Yeah, the minivan has North Carolina license plates. This is what the FBI reported, okay? I'm trying to see what else we can gather from this information-wise. Number 1, I want to confirm that this was medication because different sources are saying the same thing. Criminal groups target public and private passenger buses as well as private automobiles traveling through Tamaulipas, often taking passengers and demanding ransom payments, in the State Department advisory says, okay? They're asking if anybody has any information to please call.
Americans right now?
Sure. So that also kind of has 2 facets to it, if you will. First, level 4, obviously, as you stated, means do not travel. But the second piece to that is if you travel there and do run into a difficult situation, the U.S. government is going to be very, very limited in how they can help you. So other countries that have level 4 travel notifications are Iran, Russia, North Korea. Those are the countries that have them. And so it's going to be very difficult to deal with this situation. Part of the problem that is creating this increase in violence is that there's really a civil war going on right now in the Gulf cartel. That's the cartel that really controls Matamoros and this area of the border. They are vying for control, and people get caught in that crossfire. They also need money, and the taking of hostages increases their cash flow. And that's really what's going on.
So let's be careful as we talk about this one incident, because we know every day, especially for border states, Americans cross over into Mexico. Mexicans come into the States as part of regular commerce and life. But considering this has happened now and we have this advisory, what precautions should Americans take if they have a trip across the border anytime soon?
I think that that's an excellent question. It's such a hard question because the reality is when we stop that flow of traffic from the U.S. to Mexico and vice versa, we're really hurting the inhabitants of Mexico and their ability to make money, their ability to work, and their ability to have.
Yeah, this is pretty terrifying. I don't blame you, Felony, for saying I'm out. Hey, Petty, welcome. This happened to my friend's exes. They thought he was a rival gang because of his ink. They took him out of the car, gunpoint, and took off in his car with his girl and baby in the car. It took hours to be let go. I'm so sorry about that. No, not going to Mexico. Just don't go. Hey, you, welcome. I saw something on Twitter that there was a deceased Mexican national. Yeah, I saw that too. That's what the article reported. That it was a gunfire and a deceased Mexican national was caught on that situation as well.
Jobs. But I think at this point in time, particularly in that area, when you know you have a known civil war going on in that state, in that cartel, I personally would avoid all travel to that area. In my opinion, that's the safest thing to do. And we have to also remember another interesting piece of information is that former head of the Gulf cartel, he's set to get released. He's in prison in Indiana, and he's set to get released actually next year. So I assume that violence there is just going to increase.
When people tell you to get out of those areas, get out of those areas. Wim, I'm feeling a little bit better. Hey, Tina. It is horrible. I have a friend that goes to Mexico to have dental surgery. I hope she doesn't go there. Yeah, just be careful. You have to be careful, guys. There is a war that is going on. I think it's ongoing, right? And so when you have such situations, no travel impacts Mexico, right? No travel to Mexico impacts, but you guys gotta, as far as kidnappings, as far as executions, it's so overt. Ooh, look at this. And let's travel over to Twitter, because Twitter is, you guys already know how Twitter goes. El Parece is a page here. It says, once again, the internet rumors were a bunch of bullshit. They weren't gang members. They were trying to buy medicine, and the Escorpiones fucked up big time. And now there's an international incident. Great reporting by CNN. People are saying that they were trying to buy medicine. Here's a picture, yo. This is what's going on. Trigger warning. Let me put this trigger warning right now. Please log off if this is going to affect your mental health before I put this trigger warning down. Please log off. This is what we have. I believe this was the woman with the braids that was put in the back of the trunk of that car. Yes, you got to be really careful. You're staying in your house, says K-Solo. Yes, in broad daylight. They put her in that truck. This is her, because her braids were like a blondish color. This is her. I don't know. I know. These are I don't know if they've been shot. I'm looking. I don't know if, let me see if we, I don't want to zoom in, but I'm showing the picture as is. Okay. The white van would be the one next to it. I don't know about this burgundy van. To me, that looks like Mexican license plates. You see the individuals on the floor? And that looks, it's actually, it's, I see the black drawers, and then I see blue, and then I see another individual on the side too. Yeah. It is scary, Madam of the Mess. It is. You see, oh Jesus. Same color. Stop watching the true crime if you're easily upset. I know, but there's people that are passionate here that want to at least get a trigger warning. There's a name mentioned on Twitter post. Sheila, you want to tell us what? I mean, I can look. I'm just hesitant because if they haven't released it, I don't want to be. If it's been released already, I'm fine releasing it, but I want to be very careful. Lord have mercy. Let me see what else we could find. Hold up. Four U.S. citizens kidnapped in Mexico identified. So this is MSNBC.com. All right, all right, you guys can't see that. Let me go and check it out real quick. They've been identified? Yep, they've been identified. Lord have mercy. Here we go. You guys keep these people in your prayers. It says, here we go. 4 U.S. citizens kidnapped in Mexico identified cross border to buy medicine. The 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico on March 3rd crossed the border to buy medicines in Mexico. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador said during the daily press conference on Monday. According to Lopez Obrador, the Mexican citizens were taken after getting caught in the middle of a confrontation between groups. The FBI is searching for 4 U.S. citizens who have been kidnapped in Mexico, the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City said Sunday. The 4 Mexicans taken have been identified as Latavia McGee, Shaeed Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric James. According to their mother, McGee and her cousins, Woodrow, were among the victims in Matamoros, along with their friend Brown and Williams. A North Carolina driver's license belongs to Williams was also found at the scene, according to a source close to the Mexican investigation. Barbara Burgess, 54, McGee's mother, told NBC News that her daughter went to Mexico for a medical procedure that was. Ooh. I just. All right, let's keep reading, okay? McGee told NBC News that her daughter went to Mexico for a medical procedure and that before the trip she warned her not to go, but McGee insisted that she would be okay. Lord have mercy, that mother's intuition. On the day of the appointment, McGee called Burgess to say that she's 15 minutes away from the doctor's office. Burgess called McGee later that day but never heard back. Her phone just started going to voicemail. An FBI agent visited Burgess on Friday morning to ask her if she recognized the driver who has been identified as Williams. She confirmed with the FBI agent that Williams was the person her daughter's nephew had been traveling with to Mexico. The American citizens crossed into Matamoros in the northeastern state of Tamaulipas, just south of Brownsville, Texas, in a white minivan with North Carolina plates on Friday, the embassy said. Shortly after crossing into Mexico, unidentified gunmen shot the passenger of the vehicle. The gunmen herded the 4 U.S. citizens into another vehicle and fled the scene with them, according to the U.S. Embassy. The entire Mexican government is there working on this, says Lopez. The White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said President Joe Biden is aware that she has been informed of the 4 missing U.S. citizens during the Monday press briefing. The Department of State, okay, either or, the Department of Homeland Security and the Mexican authorities are working together on the case, according to the White House. We are closely following the assault and kidnapping of the 4 U.S. citizens in Matamoros, Mexico. There's These sorts of attacks are unacceptable, said Jean-Pierre. Our thoughts are with the families of these individuals, and we stand ready to provide all appropriate consular assistance. We will continue to coordinate with Mexico and push to bring those responsible to justice. The State Department spokesperson Ned Price could share little more about the situation during the on camera press briefing, but said on Monday that the department is closely following the case. The FBI is working very closely and other federal partners and Mexican law enforcement agencies to investigate this. He said, "We're standing ready to provide all appropriate consular assistance. We do not also we do also remind Americans about the existing travel guidance when it comes to this particular area of Mexico." In a statement on Monday, the U.S. Embassy to Mexico, Ken Salazar, said that various U.S. law enforcement officials are working with Mexican authorities at every level of government to secure the safe return of the 4 kidnapped Americans. We have no greater priority than the safety of our citizens. This U.S. government's most fundamental role. The FBI is now asking for the public to help in identifying who might be responsible in offering 50K reward. The embassy said anyone with information, please contact the FBI San Antonio division at 210-225-6741. My goodness. We don't know, but in that, Chell, that's a good question. If you look at the video, they look injured to me. Good luck trying to offer 50K if they've been kidnapped in broad daylight. There was people that was filming, okay? Let me repeat that again because I have not seen anybody besides, and thank you, shout out to the person who told me to check Twitter. All right. I'm gonna put, oh, Jesus. Yeah, their names have been put out there now, so I feel a little bit better because I didn't want to be the first one to say their names. It had been released before, and I'm just, these things kind of make me leery. Let me go ahead and take you guys back to that to the Twitter land, okay? Where we saw this happen, okay? To me, they look injured. You see it in that picture as well.
Peloteado, güey, como quiere que. Lo van a andar como si fueran marranos, güey. Ya se murió que él. Como se puede verse con la maña aquí, perro. Pero no queda con un celular, güey. No, pues no se ve, no estoy mirando. Mames, que viene, güey, la ley. ¿En dónde? Ah. Mira, en la huerca por enda. Viene la ley, güey. Mira, la huerca esa por enda. Déjala, que no se meta, se van a llevar la chingada también. ¿No lo subieron? Mira, güey.
You can see that they've been injured, right? Thank you. We can all see that, right? It's
casi. Mira, otro por enda con armadura.
Lord have mercy. Yes. Yeah, her mom had to see this. I mean, but spring break is right around the corner. Yeah, you could see a trail of blood. All right, I'm going to play it one more time for those that had not seen this before. Please, trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning, okay?
Mira, güey, va gritando el vato. O sea, peloteado, güey, como quiere que. Lo van a andar como si fueran marranos, güey. Ya se murió que él. Como se puede verse con la maña aquí, perro. Pero no queda con un celular, güey. No, pues no se ve, no estoy mirando. Mames, que viene, güey, la ley. ¿En dónde? Ah, mira, en la huerca por enda. Viene la ley, güey. Mira, la huerca esa por enda. Déjala, que no se meta, se van a llevar la chingada también. ¿No lo subieron? Mira, güey. Casi, casi.
The people that are filming, I mean, they're saying, ya casi casi está muerta. Like, even their conversation is very like, oh my God, please don't say that. Well, I'm just wondering, honestly, and I'm going back just to refresh. If anybody wants to see the video, it's right there, okay? The picture that we just saw right here, to me, these individuals look injured, okay? They're You think the men were executed? Yeah, you see a lot of guns. It's just being filmed. And you could see the traffic that's like moving away from that area. Do you guys see that as well? They did just toss them in the truck, okay? This picture right here, I was looking, I said, look, you could see them. It looks like 3 individuals in the back. The white minivan is the one in which they were in. The article gives out the name of all these individuals. They've been identified. Okay, we have 4 individuals. MSNBC has put this out there that with their names and everything, 3 seem dead, 1 alive. Oh my God. And then they also said that there was a Mexican national that was injured. I don't know if one of these could be one of them. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know, I hear you, Rumple, when you say that, but this is a different country, and they're filming it, okay? Now, can you imagine? I hate to say this, but had they not filmed it, I don't think they would have known that they were abducted, because people there don't speak like they don't. Did you not? Even in the filming, you could hear them in Spanish say, "No te metas, don't get involved." Don't get involved. That's what he's saying to the other guy. So I hate to say that this was in film, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think mom would have known what would have happened had this not been captured. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. I hate to say it. I'm not for like, everything needs to be surveillance, but this specific thing, if somebody had not captured it, mama and everybody else would have not known that there was an abduction. That's how I see this, yo. This is crazy. Let's go back again, okay? To it. Let me go back. Real quick. I'm just telling, I don't think that they would have known, guys. Unfortunately, this is, I hate to say it, but in the guy is saying, look, andan como si fueran marranos. It's almost like, look, they're treating them like pigs. This is what you can hear in the conversation. Okay? Keep going. Let me keep playing this. Mind you, this is traveling to get medicines, medical procedures. You guys got to be careful when you go and do this. Pay attention. Pay attention to, look, and the guy says, ya se murió aquel. The other one just died. Just saying that. The other one just died. Pay attention to the traffic. Is any of these cars like, oh my God, let me get off and let me go help? No, they're not. You don't do that. I'm telling you. Nobody here, they're driving away from it. They ain't trying to get involved. They know what territory belongs to what. You get involved, you get shot. You just keep going. Yeah, Belinda, they said 1 died. This is how it is. So honestly, like, I know as much as I don't want them to film this, I'm kind of like, okay, at least they know that they should have called the FBI. This is not America. You guys, Mexico is not America, and all these other countries, we're not. We don't run the same stuff. You got to be careful when you're out here. You're doing your medicines, getting your BBLs. Be careful. This is not your territory. It just isn't. Let me go ahead and hit play on this. Everywhere. You see this? The drag. They're just dragging them. Do you see anybody in these cars stopping? Look, they're like, no, let's get away from here. They're getting away. How many cars do you guys see there? How many cars? Do you see anybody stopping to see, let me go help out? They have long guns. I know. They're not going to stop. The men look, it's either, I hate to say it, but they looks like that. It's either that or they're very injured. I'm telling you, everybody, and not only that, in the corner up here, right-hand corner, at least right hand on my side, you see people walking. They're just walking, yo. This shit happens every day. Okay? When you're desensitized to this, you're desensitized. We're just walking. Okay? Oh, it is what it is. Rabbit, watch the black car. Okay, I will. Let me see if I can, and I'm gonna remove myself so everybody can see it. Okay? It's literally a movie. Can't believe it happens. And you probably don't want to go there anymore. People walk to TJ all the time. All the time. You guys, this is not, you have to be careful. Yep, I saw that black car right there, just kind of turns right away at that very hand corner. There looks like somebody's wearing like a blue shirt on that side too. You don't? Yep. Shame on USA. The price of pharmaceuticals and procedures are so high that people are so desperate. Yeah. Right? Hey, unsocial butterfly. Oh, hell no, I wouldn't stop either. I mean, would you stop? You see these people they're getting in the car. Would you stop to stop this? Let's be real. Who runs that? They got big guns. They got their AKs. I'm telling you, let's just be real. You don't even see the black car. You're going to have to slow it down, Victoria. I'll play it again so you guys can see it. But look at the cars. Is anybody over here? Stop. I'm law enforcement. Stop. I'm a concerned citizen. No, they keep it going. This is why I'm glad that they captured this on video, because honestly, it would have just been, well, they disappeared in Mexico. Oh, okay. I'm glad that they captured this. I'm glad that it's been released. I'll tell you that. Look at that. Just like that. You see anybody stopping here?
Casi.
Should we replay this again?
Pero te güey, como quieres que. Lo van a andar como si fueran marranos, güey. Ya se murió que él. Como por ejemplo con la maña aquí, pero no queda con el celular.
That's what I see, Patty. You see the dragon? Oh, this is the part that's very disturbing. Let me go back a little bit. They're dragging the person, and then you see kind of like a trail of blood. I don't like that. Let me go back.
Lo van a andar como si fueran marranos, güey. Ya se murió que él. Como por ejemplo con la maña aquí, pero.
Yeah.
No queda con el celular, güey.
No, pues no se ve, no estoy mirando.
Ooh. You see the cars? They're like, oh, hell no, we're out of here. Look at that. See? Se déjala, que no se meta. Leave her. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Do not get involved. I really think they will find out who done this to them. I don't know. I don't think so either. I don't think that they will. I'm sorry. I hate to say it this way, but people that travel, me too, Sheila, I am. People that travel for BBLs or medical procedures or medications, you guys got to be careful where you're going, all right? You just have to. Yes, the video is literally only like 1 minute and 4 seconds. I don't know. I'm worried for them. Whoever took this video and was filming it, I'm worried for that person. I hope that they don't even put a name to this. Period. Yes. Yep. How did they identify the people? I think it was through this video, and then that mom was calling and her number was going straight to voicemail and it wasn't going there. And then I think that I don't know if the van has been necessarily found, but they were able to identify the plates from North Carolina belonging to one of the victims as well. I still can't believe how people is still driving there and going, I know. They'll kill them as well. They will. They will. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and. You can see that?
Casi, casi.
Manny says only when they're trying to prove a point. Shout out to Manny behind the mic. Do they leave bodies or body parts hanging from public? Right, Manny, right? Like a message, right? And I've heard this time and time again. Cartel related, if there's a message, they will leave bodies hanging if they're trying for the public to see if there's a point that they're trying to prove. Thank you for saying that. People now better not mess with the card. Oh, it's getting crazier, yo. They're taking the ones that passed away. There's a reason, Sense Jen. I don't know, but see, the young woman is walking. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Okay. See, she's walking. She has the braids. She's got like blonde braids. Okay? They help her up and then they throw her down. Let's stop right there. I want to show you guys that other picture that was also found, okay? And all you have to type in is 4 U.S. citizens kidnapped in Mexico. There's the video. It's like one of the second ones that comes up, okay? The video that went viral on Friday. Here it is. She has the braids. This is her. The 4 individuals. Read the message before that. Which one? Before the one that you sent? Rabbit, the cartel never leaves body behind. Even enemies. They don't want to leave any kind of evidence that they don't want anyone knowing if there's death or not. Ransom games. Only when they're trying to prove a point do they leave bodies or body parts hanging for the public to see. Okay, I think I got your messages. All of them. All right. Yeah. This is her. So she was walking. From what we know, Bella, it looks like she might still be alive. She was walking, but the other individuals were being dragged. I didn't see anybody else walking outside from the gunman and her, and then they were dragging the other individuals. Okay? And then again, the article itself, we have, let me see if I can share it again so you guys can go check it out, okay? Because it was literally released as we were live. That the FBI is searching for 4 U.S. citizens who have been kidnapped in Mexico. The U.S. Embassy is in Mexico City said Sunday. The 4 Americans taken have been identified as Latavia McGee, Shaeed Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric James Williams. According to their mother, McGee and her cousin Wardrobe were among the victims in Matamoros, along with their friends Brown and Williams. So we have cousins and 2 friends, right? A North Carolina driver's license belonging to Williams was also found at the scene, according to a source in the Mexican investigation. So they might have left the minivan behind. You see head wounds? Oh. No, Pijamak, it's not Quella. This is a separate story. This is other individuals that drove down to Mexico. You don't think they'll find them alive? It is very sad. I don't know, especially with the State Department being involved. They drove. Sounds like they drove to Mexico. All right. Sounds like they were going down there for a procedure. And let me read that part. So they found the North Carolina driver's license belonging to Williams was also found at the scene, according to a source close to the Mexican investigation. Barbara, 54, McGee's mother, told ABC News that her daughter went to Mexico for a medical procedure, and that before the trip she warned her not to go, but McGee insisted that she would be okay. On the day of the appointment, McGee called Burgess to say that she was 15 minutes away from the doctor's office. Berger called McGee later that day but never heard back. Her phone just started going to voicemail, she said. An FBI agent visited Burgess on Friday morning to ask her if she recognized the driver, who has been identified as Williams. She confirmed with the FBI agent that William was the person her daughter and her nephew had seen had been traveling to Mexico. So, shortly after crossing into Mexico, unidentified, this must have happened fairly quickly, unidentified gunmen shot the passengers of the vehicle. The gunmen herded the four U.S. Citizens into another vehicle and fled the scene with them, according to the embassy. Look, they didn't just hurry up and herd them into the vehicle. They literally, you guys saw the whole kidnapping playing right there. All of it. I don't know. Many American women have surgery in Mexico, will drive down and back so they can stretch out in the back. Flying can be uncomfortable. Yes, it's true. It's true. Not to mention, like, you also have your own space. It's granted it's a long drive, but this is just it's just no, it's not. I think we just have to be kind of mindful of how like somebody said up there, and I thought it was a good point that, medical procedures, medications have made it so difficult, so like it's just not affordable anymore, that people are having to travel outside of the country to get them, right? And that's a good point to point out. We don't know. We don't know. Allegedly, they're saying that this was like a cosmetic procedure that she was trying to do. I don't know if that's the case whatsoever. It is. It is. Yeah, how they patrol white pickup trucks, bulletproof vests, a long gun. I've seen a lot of them and have them seen. Yeah, it's a lot, Bella. It truly is. So, giving you guys more information about this, it sounds like they have been identified. Okay, we know who these victims are. Okay, you have Tay McGee, Shaeed Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric James Williams are the four Americans. MSNBC has identified them, and kind of, well, through ABC News has put this out there. Literally 11 minutes ago, we have those names now. People have been reaching out to the families. I would be very careful. Let me tell. I don't expect any of the family members to watch me, but if you're going to be talking to bloggers, be very careful because it's just too much. I've lived in the US border all my life. It's safe. Mexican military along in public with the tourists. This is not common, says Dreamer. Okay. Everybody has a different take to the situation. There ain't no procedure worth your life. I wouldn't go to Mexico, says Cami. I had procedures here thinking it would be safer, but no. The procedures, I know, between the cost and the procedure itself, I don't know what's going on in Mexico. We just don't know. We definitely got to be careful. And I mean, keep that in mind. I went to Mexico for weight loss surgery. The Mexican clinics require you to pay in cash. We were warned that the police may try to exploit you. I was robbed at the clinic I was at. Krusty, yeah, yeah, right. This is the exception. There is crime in the U.S. too. I think the thing is that if something like this, and I'm not saying that it hasn't happened, right? Where people allow other people to get kidnapped, right? I think here it's a little bit more like you might get, well, and I don't want to say that because that's not necessarily the case. But as you can see, the many, many cars that were out there, not one of them stopped to try to defend anybody. Okay. So you do need to be careful. Regardless, everywhere you go, you got to be careful, right? But in this specific situation, to get medical treatment, this is not your country. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, you know? I think the kidnappers are federalis. I don't know. The numbers don't lie. It's a war zone down there. It is. Stop messing with not messing with the cartel. No. But anyways, guys, I wanted to bring you some of that information that was kind of breaking and then watching that video with you guys. Please be careful with your travels. Pay attention to those warning areas. If you're planning to get a procedure, please do more homework on the procedure, absolutely, but also be mindful about any turf wars that are going on, especially like in Matamoros or in any other little colonias in areas out there, because you don't really know what's up and you don't really know what's going on. Keep that family in your prayers. I'm going to be heading out. You guys have a great rest of your night because I am out. Rabbits out, guys, if I find my exit door. Thank you.